Hello and welcome to our channel, Portugal on a Shoestring. We are Brian and Diane, and in 2023 we bought a century-old abandoned property in central Portugal. Please join us as we begin our adventures, gaining new knowledge and skills along the way, as we renovate our house and manage our land, and all on a shoestring budget. If you enjoy our videos, please like, share and subscribe.
Hola everybody, hello and welcome to another episode. He's let me loose on the camera this morning, so I get to do the introduction for a change, which is lovely. And this time we finally finished the tiling. Now I want to thank everybody for giving me so many lovely comments about my tiling last week, and thanks for the support, because it was really difficult, but it was great fun. So thanks again for that and watching that. But thank goodness we finished the tiling this week. We are sick to death of it. And during the week, we just got fed up and we decided to go on a shopping trip to Coimbra. Now, it's a city in Portugal and it's spelled Coimbra, but I think it's pronounced Coimbra. Now, if any Portuguese are watching and they want to correct me, that's brilliant, because I think I'm saying it the right way. Anyway, we decided to go because my walking boots had a big mouth in them. So I needed new walking boots. And Brian, his trainers or sneakers, American viewers, they were open-toe sandals, really, because his toes were poking out all over the place. So we decided to go and have a shopping trip and make a day of it. And now I don't like shopping, but psyched myself up. And I had a promise of a good lunch as well. So it was worth it. So we went to a shop called Decathlon first. Now that has everything, sports-wise. So I managed to get some walking boots. Brian got cheap trainers because he's going to put his toes through them ones as well. And I got some going out flip-flops. So it's a bit more comfortable. Now, Decathlon, they have sports stuff, they have clothes, they have bridles for horses, they have fishing stuff, camping stuff, everything. And honestly, it's massive. So that was good. Now, we visited loads of retail parks with different shops. So I won't go into all of them because he walked the legs off me, honestly. But I managed to find a shop called Pepco. Anyone from the UK will know that Pepco is a part of Poundland. They own that, and they have a big shop in Coimbra. And I was really made up because they do really cheap t-shirts. So I got some work t-shirts for €2.50, €3, because I'm just getting all kinds of muck and grime and holes in it, all the t-shirts with work in. And I got a nice posh top for like €6. You might have noticed, eagle-eyed people, that I coloured my hair, because when I moved to Portugal, I thought, I might go au natural and see actually what my hair colour is, because I've been colouring it for so long, I haven't got a clue. But I felt like looked like a badger, actually. I was a little bit black and white and I didn't really like it, so I thought, I'll splash out, I'll get a colour. Now, they started for €3 upwards, but in all the sort of supermarkets, you can get hair colour. But the colours are quite conservative. The UK, you can get any colours sort of from bright blue to bright pink, but in Portugal, it's just your normal, your normal colours that actually grow out of your head. But I got this like sort of mid-brown colour, so I'm quite happy with it, and I do feel like it makes me look a bit younger, I'm hoping. Anyway, so I had a little mad go around Pepco, which is fabulous. I love a bargain. anyone who watches our sit-down videos, talking videos about cost of living will know that I was a little bit dubious to splash out on some coffee in case I didn't like it. So I got a Continent own brand, which is a bit like Nescafe. And it's okay. But in the UK, I used to drink Dow Egberts, and I love Dow Egberts, but you can't get it here. So I've had to just have this one. So it's okay. So I'll see. I might splash out and get a dearer one after I've gone through this jar. We'll see. Now, in part of Continent, they have a pharmacy. And in Portugal, it's different than the UK because you can't buy medicines off the shelf in the supermarket. Everything, all drugs and medicine, are in pharmacies. So I went to see if I could get some ibuprofen over the counter. Now, it was so expensive compared to the UK. In the UK, you can go to like Asda and get 16 tablets for about 40 pence. But here, I got 20 tablets and it was €1.99. And I thought, gosh, I'm going to have to wean them a little bit, you know. I'm going to make sure I don't use all them at once. So, yeah, that's the only thing. It's quite expensive for them. But they had a little makeup counter there, and I managed to get myself a new mascara. So I got waterproof because I cry at the drop of a hat now, at the slightest thing, you know. Just adverts generally, or just randomly. Anyway, it's good. And it was only €3.59, and that's an Essence. It's called Essence, the company, but it's really good. I'm really happy with that. You can get lots of different things like that. In the supermarket, they'll do different ranges of face creams and all kinds that you need. So, anyway, by the time we'd gone through all of them shops, because we went to a home store as well called Homer that does all. It's like a tiny IKEA, like little bits and bobs. After we'd been there, I just had enough. Lost the will to live. I hate shopping. But, also, we went to the DIY shop as well. I forgot about that one. We managed to get a rat scarer that you plug in. I thought that was great. Plug it in the wall, and I assume it's like a ultrasonic some sort of high pitched sound that they don't like. So I should do that. And also, when we went looking, the pool turned green because the motor had gone on the filter. So it was a right mess. It was all swampy and that. So we got a rapid treatment to clear that. And then finally, after all that shopping, we got a Chinese buffet. So I was happy. We'll show you in a little bit of a clip of it. And that was really nice. It was a really nice change not to cook. So that sort of topped the day off. Got home and we were absolutely stuffed full and exhausted. But it was a nice change from Thailand. Also, this week, we had some visitors from America. Hello, Randall. Hello, Jim. They were lovely. Absolutely lovely to see our subscribers. We had such a lovely chat and showed them around, and thank you so much for all your lovely advice and comments, and I hope you do find somewhere here in Portugal because we'd love to see you again. But all in all, it's been a really good week, and hopefully next week we can show you things that are a bit different than tiling. Thanks for everybody for listening to me rambling on, and I hope you did get through it. And I'll see you next week.
When we put a tile up here, there's nothing supporting it, so it could potentially just slide off the wall. So what we've done, just cut a bit of scrap melamine. That'll go there like that. And then just to support it, we just cut a piece that is 1/4 of an inch bigger than the gap. And that can go in there. We'll just get that lined up to where we want it. And just prop it in. That's, I mean, it's not going to hold anything up, but it'll just support the tile with the adhesive, just to stop it sliding down. Half an hour later, it'll be set enough that it won't move again. So, yeah, there we go. Quick and dirty, but it does the job. Right, something you may find, especially on larger gloss tiles, is you can see these marks. All they are is like hot melt glue, and it's just there to stop this surface being damaged by the tile that's sitting on top of it. It's pretty easy to get off. I use the you know, the little wedges from the self-leveling, but any bit of plastic or a bit of wood, try not to use metal, because it will scratch the surface if you use metal. All you do, scrape away, and it comes off quite easy. Doesn't normally leave a residue. I try to do this before I put them up, but you can do it on the wall if you want. So just a bit more mess cleaning it all up. That's a bit stiffer, but this is why use plastic or piece of wood, and it won't scratch the surface of the tile. Use a scraper, you will leave tiny marks in it. You won't see them straight away, but when it gets dirty in the future, you wipe over it with a cloth and things like that. It'll pick up little tiny bits of dirt and it'll show up. with this set of tiles here, because they're not supported by anything at the bottom, I've just got a bit of wood, propped it up, and I've made sure it's all level on the top, like that, and the bubble's right in the centre, and then I've just got, so it's supporting all the way along. It only needs to be supported for about half an hour, and it'll go off and be nice and solid. I've also made this mix up a little bit thicker than previously, so it's got a bit more grip. But yeah, I'll just cut these little bits, and then that section's done. Right, we're about halfway around the room with the tiling at the moment. I've had a day off, so coming back to it again. So somebody breaking quite harshly outside. Yeah, we're about halfway around with the tiling. We've taken a break, so took a day or so off. Just get head straight again, recover a little bit, get some enthusiasm back into it, because it does get very boring. We've got this corner to do by where we come in, and that's that wall finished. And then we've had a little bit of a change of plan with this back wall. See, originally what we're going to do is just do it all white, the whole wall, and have this as a panel of blue tiles with a white border around it. So we've actually done a lot better than I thought with the tiles, and I think I've ordered too many. Now I could take them back and get a refund, but what I think and what we're going to do is, where we've got the panel of 3 tiles, blue and white tiles, we're going to come round and keep it coming round right the way across. So we're going right the way around the room. I've got enough to do that and still have this panel in place. So yeah, that should be a bit more, tie the whole room together as well. So yeah, back to work. No rest for the wicked. Oh, you stupid. Oh, for That's great, apart from... I just found that this has got a bow in it, in the wall. So it's like nearly half an inch out when the tile goes in place. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of old tile and with a cut edge, and that cut edge acts like a blade. So we can just scrape it on the wall, flatten out the wall of it. That should do it. At first I thought it was where we put the electric cable in, but it's actually here. As you can see, it's scraped off some of it here. So that should do it. Get that done. Whew. This wall behind me is so uneven, I just cannot tile it, certainly not with these big tiles. So we decided right at the beginning that this was going to be, I'll put a layer of plaster on it and then it'll be painted. The fridge freezer is going to be here, so all of it you'll see is this section and the middle of the door, and that'll just look smooth white, so it's not so bad. As regards cost, we've used 14 square metres of the white tile, so that comes to about 130 quid, give or take. The pattern tiles, we've actually got 2 full boxes, although I'll break into one of them. So let's see, so we've probably used about £160 worth of the blue and white tiles. Yeah, so what's that? 300 and blah 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 blah. I'll put it on a caption on the screen so you get the amount. We've used three 25 kilo bags of the adhesive, which was about €5 a bag. It's not dear, so you don't skimp on it, use as much as you need. So that's another 15 quid, €15, and I'm going to break into the second bag of grout, £9 a bag, so about tenner's worth of grout, because I'll have loads left over. We'll use that for somewhere else. We've got bathrooms to do and all sorts. These leftover blue and white tiles, I'm going to have at least a box, probably a box and a half. That's 1.5 square metres. So we'll have to look for something to do with them. I'm sure we can find somewhere to use them. We've actually got a utility room in here, which is going to have a workbench along one side. So what I might do is just continue this theme into there and have it going part way around the room. There's enough tiles to do that with. But that's a project for the future. Rather than taking them back and getting a refund, which you can do, but it's 25 quid. It's not worth the effort, to be honest. I'd rather use them somewhere else because I like the tiles. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Right, we've got it all the way around the room with the main tiles. It's all grouted up. So what we're going to move on to now is this sort of panel, feature panel. That's going to be 4 tiles by 5 tiles, and then it's going to have a white border around it. So today I'm just going to put the 20 blue tiles on. Just before I did this, I wasn't happy with this tile that was up here. So cut around all the grout, remove the tile, and I cut a new one. It wasn't sitting right, and there was quite a large gap here. So I've reduced that size, and it's sitting a bit flatter now. So we'll move on. We've got some adhesive mixed up, and we'll get it on, and we'll start putting some tiles on here. Right, we've got the blue tiles up, I'm just going to do a border around. I've cut the tiles already, so it's just a matter of a bit of cement on and get them stuck on. Right, let's make a start. There we go. Just got that little bit of wood just supporting this bottom one, just to stop it sliding off. We've got some plastic trim when this is all dried. That'll go on the edges like that, with tiny strips of tile, just closing it all off, like that. So neaten it all off. Right, give that half an hour or so to dry. And then we can move on. We have all the tiling's finished, apart from just the surrounds in the window reveals. We'll get onto them later, and they'll look like that eventually. Just wrap around. Well, we've got all the way around the doors, and we've got the panel sorted. That's the final thing. We've got all the white tiles around the edge and the plastic trim, and just very small strips just filling in the gap at the edge. That's it. Tomorrow is plastering that wall and putting a second coat of paint on that ceiling, and we're done.